Good afternoon, friends, and thank you very much for being here this afternoon. As usual, what I will do is we will focus on an update regarding the security situation of Indian nationals in Iraq. Following that, if any of you would like to ask questions on those aspects, I will respond to them. And after that, if any of you have any questions on anything else, also I will try and respond to them. I have about, say, 15 to 20 minutes, so I will take about 6 questions on Iraq and then 2 more on any other issues that you would like to ask. So let me begin my opening remarks, and that is that the safety and security of Indian nationals in Iraq continues to be a matter of priority for the government. On the diplomatic front, our efforts are continuing both in Iraq and outside. Our initiatives are gaining impetus. We are proceeding systematically and carefully. Various doors are opening now. These are primarily in Iraq at various levels, all of which are significant. Our information flow has improved, providing us channels to obtain, corroborate, and confirm information. Our efforts are basically at 2 levels. One relates to those Indian nationals who are in the conflict zone. At the beginning of this situation, we had indicated to you that we have approximately 120 plus Indian nationals in the conflict zone, of whom 17 we had indicated to you we were able to successfully remove from the conflict zone. What we are now trying to do is to try and assess the others in that zone. They are broadly in 3 rubrics. One are those Indian nationals who are in captivity. We have again received a reconfirmation that Indian nationals in captivity remain unharmed. As regards the 46 nurses, we are in constant contact with them. They remain safe, and we are working to continue to assist them. Finally, there are the rest of Indian nationals who we are working to assist to ensure that they are moved out of the conflict zone. In addition, beyond the conflict zone, there are more than about 10,000 Indian nationals. These Indian nationals are in no threat in terms of the conflict zone. However, there are issues relating to their status, their documentation, their visa requirements, as well as their contractual obligations. Now, we are in regular touch with a variety of companies because obviously these Indian nationals work in a large number of companies. And I'd like to tell you, by our count early this afternoon, we had requests in our mission in Baghdad from about 120 Indian nationals of various sorts. Simultaneously, in our control room at headquarters in New Delhi, we have received approximately 300 requests. Some of them are duplications both there and here. 300 requests for assistance of various sorts. Of these, approximately 100 plus relate to evacuation. Another about 100 relate to information about people who are not able to be traced by their relatives in India. And finally, the rest are relating to general information about the security situation, etc. Now, let me try and explain to you what our mission in Baghdad has done in terms of assisting Indian nationals who are a little worried about their situation in non-conflict zones. I have here with me a list of approximately 11 major companies where Indian nationals are working. For example, the company with the largest number of Indian nationals is located in Najaf. This is a company which has between 2,000 to 2,500 Indian nationals. We did receive complaints that there were several amongst them who wanted to return. These came from individuals, and also these came from organizations. Immediately we got in touch with this company and were told that they had arranged to send back, although there was no security threat, but it was a concern. There were some Indian nationals who wanted to return, and they had sent back 28 of them at their own request. We also immediately also got in touch with those Indian agents who had sent these Indian nationals to work with the company, and we will have a meeting with that company at its headquarters with our mission personnel being present there in Najaf, so that we ascertain how many of these Indian nationals would like to return, what are their current obligations, and how we could facilitate their return. Similarly, there are smaller numbers in Kirkuk, in Basra, and a large number in Basra. Now, I'd like to explain that Basra is approximately more than 500 kilometers south of Baghdad. It is not an area anywhere near the conflict zone, and I'd like to request some of you who are running these TV visuals saying that those people are in imminent danger, that there is no such threat for them. Sure, there is a concern among them, and if anybody would like to return, we will try and work this out. However, if we need to work this out, we need to work this out under the normal contractual and legal terms under which these people are working there, because that is not a conflict zone, and therefore we cannot use force majeure requirements there. So let me try and summarize for you. We remain engaged with a variety of companies, 11 by my record, or actually 12 by my record, largely in the southern part of Iraq, but some also in the northern part, which is with the Kurdish government there. There is a northern part of Iraq where by all accounts, again, there is no safety issues there. But that said, we will continue to assist everyone who would like to to be facilitated in case he wants to return. However, there are staples in this that include following the norms of the host country, and we will have to do that. It is normal in those areas to have issues of an employer-employee nature, and we are working those issues out one by one systematically in accordance with the local laws. I will stop at that, and if you have any questions, I am willing to answer them. Thank you. Yes, Ashish?
Sir, what is the condition being put by the people who have held our Indians hostage? As in, I'm asking this question because, sir, is there a real danger of these people using them as shield against Iraqi forces?
Ashish, I think I'm on record of having said there is no safety in captivity. That said, we are every day in trying to obtain information, corroborate information, and then confirm that information. And based on that, I can confirm to you that they remain unharmed as of now. Yes, Geeta?
The Iraqi ambassador has said that there is no confirmation or no information regarding the 40 odd Indian workers having been captured, that he has no information regarding their capture. Is the government working with Red Crescent and the other humanitarian groups for confirmations on the capture? Because it seems like the Iraqi government is unaware.
Geeta, I mentioned to you, we have opened several doors and information is flowing. We are assimilating this information and only then providing to you. I haven't used the word that you used. I did indicate that they were in captivity. The rest is for you to use a word of your choice. I've used a word of our choice, and that remains our view based on information that we have received from several sources. Yeah, just a minute. Shailendra.
Sir, I would like to respond in Hindi.
जी, मैं कोशिश करता हूँ. जैसे आप जानते हैं, मैं तो दक्षिण भारत से हूँ, तो मेरी हिंदी कुछ टूटी फूटी सी है, लेकिन मैं कोशिश करता हूँ.
सर, ऐसी खबरें आ रही थी कि एक भारतीय की मौत हुई है इराक में दिल का दौरा पड़ने से. क्या ऐसी जानकारी आपके पास है? अगर है तो उसकी बॉडी को वापस भारत लाने के लिए क्या कुछ किया जा रहा है?
देखिए, ये मैंने भी देखा है. मैंने हमारी एम्बेसी से पूछा है कुछ बस 10 मिनट पहले. अभी तक उनके पास उस कंपनी से इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं आया है, और अगर आएगा तो ये मेरा जहाँ तक ख्याल है, ये सदर्न इराक से हैं, और सदर्न इराक में ऐसे कोई सेफ्टी इशू नहीं है. और अगर ये मामला हुआ है तो हम बिल्कुल जैसे नॉर्मल प्रोसीजर है मदद करने का, इसमें मदद करेंगे. Well, Sinjoy, I did check up with our mission some time ago about the possibility of an Indian worker in southern Iraq who may have succumbed to a heart attack. Now, when I checked that up, they hadn't yet got confirmation from the concerned company, because it is normal for the company to inform the mission and then further action is taken. It is possible that the company is completing their procedures at their end before they come to us. But should this unfortunate event have taken place, we will assist the Indian national to ensure the return of the mortal remains of that Indian national in accordance with standard procedure. But at this stage, I can't confirm what you are saying. Yeah, it's over. Yes.
सर, चूँकि आप लोग कई दिनों से काफ़ी एफर्ट्स कर रहे हैं उनसे बात करने के लिए, उनसे इन्फॉर्मेशन गैदर करने के लिए, क्या हम कह सकते हैं कि इतने एफर्ट्स के बाद एक आदमी कोई जिसको हम मीडिएटर कह सकते हैं, वो हम लोग अभी तक ढूंढ पाए हैं जो कि दोनों पार्टी से बात कर सके? मैंने ऐसा कोई शब्द यूज़ नहीं किया. यस सर. फंसे हुए हैं. मैंने नहीं कहा कि फंसे हुए हैं.
अराउंड 10,000 लोग.
लेकिन मैंने शब्द फंसे हुए नहीं इस्तेमाल किया. मैंने कहा कि हिंदुस्तानी तकरीबन 10,000 से ज़्यादा इराक के शहरों में साउथ में और नॉर्थ में रहते हैं.
क्या ऐसा भी है कि कुछ इलीगल लोग भी वहाँ रह रहे हैं जो इंडियंस हैं?
ये हो सकता है. इट इज़ नॉर्मल in where there are large number of expatriates that some have issues relating to visas, some have issues relating to their entry, and some have issues relating to their contractual obligations. These issues will have to be addressed one by one, and in some cases we are addressing them. It is normal in cases where there are large number of Indians to have these issues. These are not new issues. These are not issues that we are not aware of. These are not issues that we have not addressed in the past. And let me assure you, we will work through these issues and address them and assist our nationals.
So, of all these 10,000, how many even now are in this difficult area, and how many have you managed to pull out as of now?
Sanjay, I think if you start, I had said 120 in the conflict zone. The rest are not in the conflict zone. So let us focus. I began by saying 120 when this situation started in the conflict zone. of whom 17 had moved out of the conflict zone. Then that leaves two large groups of one of 46 Indian nationals who are nurses in Tikrit, and others who we believe are in captivity who are in captivity. This is a large group. Other than that, there are small number of Indian nationals elsewhere, and we are working to evacuate those in that category. So let me try and summarize for you three small groups: one of the nurses, one of those in captivity, and others finally who make the rump, who we are working to evacuate from that region. No, we will finish Iraq. Anybody else? Yes, Naz?
That you were able to establish the location of the abducted persons. Any further progress?
When we have that, when we have information which is corroborated and confirmed, we will share with you. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
What is government of India's reaction to the political situation in Iraq?
I think we have put out a statement on this. This is available on the 15th. We did put out a statement, and we will send that to you. Gautam, on anything else now?
Yeah.
No, I have finished my 6 to 8 questions. I began by saying that. Yes.
Sir, today the Foreign Secretary is holding meeting with the ambassadors and high commissioners of the neighborhood countries, including the SAARC countries, and EAM is chairing that meeting, as the report says. Can you give us some detail about the meeting? What kind of meeting?
Well, let me confirm to you that yes, the External Affairs Minister is currently chairing a meeting of all our heads of mission from the neighborhood. Now, this meeting is geared towards maintaining the momentum that was set in motion of giving priority to our neighbors by the Prime Minister when he invited them to his swearing-in ceremony. Now, also, as the Prime Minister has made it clear, the overriding priority for India is to scale and speed our comprehensive national development. And the meeting will try and work out measures by which our diplomats in this region can assist in that national endeavor. Yes, sir. If it is on anything else, yes.
India has decided to go ahead and operationalize another proposal as far as the Indo-US nuclear deal is concerned. That was a stumbling point as far as the relations between the two countries, specifically on the nuclear issues concerned. India's energy security is concerned. How important is this?
Well, first of all, let me confirm to you that the government has decided to ratify the additional protocol to the India-specific safeguards agreement. We had signed this earlier. What we have now decided is to take the next step, which is of ratification. This is a signal of our commitment to abide by our international obligations. Anyone else? On anything else? On anything else? Yes, sir. Just a minute, he will get.
To the Ambassadors Conclave, India has also invited heads of missions from certain Central Asian countries. So does that indicate towards a larger regional cooperation that extends to Central Asia, not just the immediate neighborhood?
Well,
and does it relate to energy security issues as well?
Well, when we invite ambassadors, they discuss a variety of things, including development partnership as well as economic diplomacy, which is an important aspect of our foreign policy. And the meeting is still on. It's likely to continue for another couple of hours. The External Affairs Minister herself is chairing this meeting. I can only share the outcomes once that meeting is complete. I've given you what our broad objectives from that meeting are. The outcomes we will be able to share with you once that meeting is complete, and I think that meeting is likely to take at least more than an hour still. And that would mean that this meeting spread over more than 6 hours with the External Affairs Minister all chairing this. You will then understand the importance that we place for this meeting. Thank you very much. With that, we come to the end of this briefing.